King Sunny Ade had Aria, was it in 5 a year or somewhere around there? So beyond doing their Dileontemi, they had a place where they would, and King Sunny Ade was doing his thing, Obe was doing his thing, Fela was doing his thing at Shrine. They were not just recording artists, they were performing artists. Afrobeat is pop music. Do you get it?
You say that?
It is pop music. It's
a combination.
I define Afrobeats as African pop music or pop music of African extraction.
We need to start believing in our own award system, in our own version, because that's what matters. Look at Fuji music. Is Fuji music international? And yet, you know who Wasiu is on ground. You know who Said Oshupa is on ground. King Sunny Ade, Obi, all of them. These are like serious icons. The real question is that I don't want to go there, man. It's just, I personally constantly remind myself almost on a daily basis that I don't think me or any group have a stake in that global recognition of Afrobeat as it is now.
Afrobeats lives here with DJ Who Be That.
Look, I've been blessed. As a DJ, I would like to have been blessed. I had my core crowd from Nigeria, my base. Because don't forget, I've been DJing since I was little. So everybody was leaving me to travel. I still was the one left. So when I now came in 1990, now you're here. And they all supported me. All supported me. This one will bring his turntables, this one will bring his mixer, this one will bring his records, They all supported me. So wherever I am today, everybody, if you know me then, you are a part of my success today. They all are, honestly. If I'm going to start mentioning names, I've mentioned like 10,000 names, even the ones that are dead,
DJ Kunle Koka, popularly known as KC Firstchoice, has been a driving force in the rise of Afrobeats in London.
You cannot talk about Afrobeats and the development of Afrobeats in this country, DJ-wise, and not mention the likes of KC.
I've not met KC before, but I've heard about him when he was in Abeokuta.
I actually started DJing when I was in secondary school. I went to Ibadan College in Laro, boarding school. And then that was where I discovered DJing.
KC Firstchoice. His impact goes beyond the dance floor. He is a cultural ambassador. And indeed, his influence has been felt far and wide.
When I finished secondary school, they appointed my old man as a commissioner in Ogun State. As a commissioner for commerce and industry. So he now told me, come down, come spend the weekend with me. And the next thing, I got to Abeokuta and he was like, okay, in case you don't pass your school start, go and register with Abelsec, the Oyewales. And when I got there to register, I started seeing my homeboys that I left in Lagos on a Thursday. I'm like, oh. And I started praying that, let me just fail so that I could be amongst the guys, And lo and behold, I failed. So I had to retake my school start. Well, it wasn't intentional, but I had to retake my school start. And that was where I kicked off. I was doing it in Lagos, but I wasn't that popular. But when I got to Abeokuta,
the legend KC. So take us back to how you started. I know Lagos had a major
influence on my career. Yes. I remember I was about 13 or 14. My old man traveled and my mom. And then there was a party just down the road and my sister she didn't want to leave me at home. So she said, let's go. And I followed her to the party. When I got to the party, the first thing that I got attracted to, I saw them disco lights. And I saw a DJ behind. I'm like, okay, what's this? Do you know I stood there all night? I was just watching what they were doing. And that was when this is what I want to do. I was about 13, 14 then. And guess who those DJs were then? God bless him, Lobito. Dead now. Lobito was one DJ with Kenny Bright. I was like, wow, this is what I want to do. And then go back to school. I now went with my first record I took to school. There was Kiki Gian or whatever. 24 hours in a disco. 24 hours in a disco. I took it to school. It was a single, 2 sides. So even if my old man gives me pocket money, then I go straight to buy records. I buy records.
You were passionate about it.
Yeah, I was. And then I started influencing my schoolmates. They too, when I go on holiday or midterm, they now come back with records. So they all keep it in my room. So when we have a small party, I'm the one behind the decks too. And then don't forget, in them days, the Inner Sleeve Records, they had the lyrics there.
Right.
So I normally sing to the lyrics, and I was like the hippest guy in school then, you know. But don't forget, it's boarding school in Ilaro. So what do you expect? Someone from Lagos, you know? Yeah. So, and then don't forget, we're not far from Comprehensive High School Aitoro. So I used to DJ for them to, well, not go there, but they come to. So, and then fast forward, I worked OGBC, OGTV.
On radio.
Yeah, I worked radio and TV. And then I started DJing full time. Well, I turned professional in 1985. But before then, I was DJing for a lot of parties. Lagos, Ibadan, Abeokuta, I was always DJing. But when I now turned professional in 1985, that was when the big money started coming in. So it was DJ in Osu, DJ in UI, DJ Unilag, Yaba Tech, going on.
And you were doing this all by yourself?
Yeah. No, I had my cousins with me, Rotimi and Kola Raju. We formed a team then called Teams Production. And then we opened a recording studio called Flipside Records. You know, when we say recording studio, we don't make for music, but DJs and all that, And a lot of so-called big boy DJs we all passed through Flipside Records. I mean, a lot. When I say a lot, I'm talking about that 10.
Nice.
And they're big now. Honestly, they're big now. And Kunle Stewart.
Okay.
Stewart, Kunle Stewart. DJT. Muiwa. No, not DJT Films. Not DJT Films.
Okay.
DJT Muiwa. Did Shai pass through us? No, Shai didn't. But he normally comes to our studio. He didn't pass through us. DJ Semite passed through. Yeah, he passed through. And a few others. Demola Samadou, DSA.
Okay.
Yeah, well, he didn't pass through, but he's part of us. Let's put it that way, yeah. Who else? And then I used to have a guy there. There's another guy that passed through us, Susu. DJ Susu. Susu of Sumanguru Empire. Yeah, he passed through us too. Even FA did not. I was with FA and Susu when we were together in Egba in them days. And a lot of guys went past Flipside. In fact, guys that will listen to Flipside now, we know that Flipside. And then when I left, Susu now took over, but not the same place, but he now took over the recording studio bit, but not the same place I had. He now called his own Soul Temple. Soul Temple. Just in Abeokuta to Onikolobo. You know, and a lot of guys went through Abeokuta. And most DJs that influenced us were from OGBC. Yeah. You know, Cheson Kishola, Willie Thomas, Flashito, the Bounty Boogeyman, rest your soul, bro. Femi Showolu FM. Who else? Ainde Shoaga. But our godfather of all DJs is Alex Condi.
Alex Condi?
Yeah, that's the godfather of all DJs. This guy actually went for a DJ competition in the 70s.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
In which competition?
He's from Nigeria. He went to DJ competition, world DJ competition.
The world?
Yeah. Alex Condi. He didn't win, but he went.
He competed.
Yeah, that's how. Anybody that wants to dispute it, come and dispute it with him. Our godfather is Alex Condi, the number one Nigerian DJ that we all know, Alex Condi. And he was in Radio Nigeria Ibadan or something like that. Alex Condi. Yeah. But I heard he's dead now because when I went to Nigeria lately, I was like, I was trying to, and they said, you know, people like them, I really want to like talk to them, you know, pass. Even I think Bonner's grandfather too was on Radio Nigeria, dancing it on it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. They all Jacob by Kevin Johnson, Shea Martins. They all influenced us because we were listening to radio then. And they were churning out music then because they were churning out music, and we now the small tape recorder will be recording that, you know, one day I'm going to be there, and look at me today, I'm tired now.
Well, it's a good tired. And you always use a turntable or what?
Yeah, we're using them old decks, you know, the old techniques. Decks. Yeah, no, old. What techniques for where? No techniques, man. We're talking of decks, as in deck, two changers, kind of changers, not turntables. We used to hire them from the Aduogun Trio. There's this group called Aduogun Trio there. There's this kind of, I won't call it a deck. I'll call it like a briefcase. But the top of the briefcase are speakers, and then the bottom is like turntables. So I wasn't mixing then. I was just playing. I was just doing stuff and all that, playing music, selecting albums, and then my junior brother was my MC then, doing MC there. Yeah. But now he's a pastor. So I had him then until we got our own. So I actually started using Technics in 1984 because my cousins, Rotimi and Kola Laraju, they used to live in the States, so they brought it back to Nigeria. I was one of the mobile DJs that started using Technics in Nigeria. Yeah. So, but I started mixing really between 1983 to 85. I actually saw, the first person I saw mixing was Mad Mike.
Okay.
I don't know if you know him, Mad Mike.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
Mike Owen was the first person I saw. Mad Mike, shout out to you, man. Thank you.
Is he still around?
Yeah, I think he's a pastor. Mad Mike, what did he do now, self? Anyway,
ask him, put it out there. Yeah.
So, and it was like, then he was actually using my own old decks and he was mixing. I'm like, how can this be possible? When we have the faders we had, they were sliders. Yeah. No, were rotary, not sliders.
Oh, okay, not sliders.
Yeah,
okay.
rotary. And the guy was mixing. I'm like, and it was going like that. We got home that day. We didn't sleep until like 3-4 a.m.
So how were you sourcing for music then? How were you getting, since you're
we're buying records. Okay. You have to buy records from Samako. We normally buy records anyway. And then if anybody happens to come down from London and they bring records down, we buy records of them.
So you started DJing in Nigeria. Then how did it end up here?
All right. I actually came to UK to study sound engineering.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's along the same lines. Yeah.
And I came in on a Monday, started school on Tuesday, and I DJed that Friday. Because when I came in, a lot of guys were like, Casey, now you're in town. So they were bringing their records, because I didn't have anything, So they were bringing records to me, turntables, mixers, and everything. So if there's a party, we'll go. And that was how. That was how it blew, yeah.
Interesting. And so since that time, what has changed according to you? Afrobeat is big now.
Ooh,
so what were you playing before that?
It was strictly R&B, hip hop, raga. They call it bashment now, dancehall. It used to be called raga then. Reggae raga. Well, Afrobeat. You know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. It's what we've been yearning for. Our own thing.
Right.
Honestly, it's what we've been yearning for, because then we're not from Jamaica.
Right.
We're Nigerians.
Yeah.
But we accepted the music and we played it to the best of our knowledge. But now it's our thing, so we need to push our thing. No, honestly, Afrobeats. I didn't. You know what? I will not lie to you. I did not actually accept Afrobeats until 2007.
Interesting. When you say accept, what do you mean?
Yeah, because when the first person I heard play Afrobeats, well, what they call Afrobeats now, was Jimmy the Modern guy. Because we used to run a club then, and he would always come and disturb your brain. He actually started playing them. He started with Ghanaian music, hip life. So play this one, this is good. Play this one, he would disturb you. Until we now give him there's this club we used to run there called Kokori Jam Session, Old Kent Road. So we now give him a platform. Okay, you start before we take over. And you can't take that away from Jimmy. Jimmy disturbs everybody. He disturbed. There's no DJ in this world that will never say Jimmy, except you don't want to accept or you want to. Jimmy was the first person. When he was playing, I did not. I'm like, okay, you just go and do your thing. Then something happened. I think that was 1999, 2000. So this particular place called Shoreditch, called Moonwalk in Shoreditch. So Jimmy came in, and he was like, then you could see the atmosphere was good, and he wanted to play. I'm like, you know what? Or I set it up, but give me, I'll mix it. And the first thing I did was, I mixed I keep on rocking. Keyboard. And then he now grabbed the mic, and that was when I changed that. You know what? I'm going to start pushing this stuff.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Interesting. So Jimmy played a big,
when it comes to Afrobeats in the UK, well, what they call Afrobeats, because Jimmy will never call it Afrobeats. He doesn't like it. But we used to call it Niger Mix or Niger Jams or whatever. But Jimmy's, no, except you want to like, Jimmy started it. We're talking 1999. We're talking 1997, 1998, 1999. Come on. So who started it really? Most DJs then never played Afrobeats. We were playing R&B, hip hop and all that. But Jimmy stuck to Afrobeats. He was doing it. He started with Ghanaian music. He would come and give you Congolese music. the day Jimmy dropped Gau, Premier Gau, I was watching him. I'm like, people were responding. I'm like, what song is this? And no. But then they got shout out, bro. It's not because you're my guy, it's a fact.
Tonight, this is how we rock it. We celebrate everyone in here. Don't forget, this is 042. That's how we run it. First choice KC on the wheel of steel. DJKC, let's do it now. Hey. Remember to come here next time. Hey, let's go.
So what is your own opinion about the whole Afrobeat versus Afrobeat?
Afrobeat without the S is Fela. Afrobeats with the S. I don't know where that came from, but it has to start from somewhere. We need to give it a name. But I'm to be honest, I'm not comfortable with it. But
you're not comfortable with
Afrobeats,
the title?
I'm not. But hey, you have to go with whatever is happening. If you look at my CDs or if you look at my playlist, I don't call it Afrobeats. I call it Afro Jams. I refuse to accept that name because we know it is Fela Kuti. But now, when you now listen to this person or that person, what they will now tell you is, we have to give it a name. No. Ghanaians started, they never called it Afrobeat, they called it Hip Life.
Yeah.
Or we have Kwaito, we have Dombolo. Now you are not categorizing everything as Afrobeats. No, come on.
Now you're talking about different segments, different types of music.
Let's call it genre. African genre.
Yeah,
just to make it easy.
So to make it easy for the world to accept it, you have one umbrella name, because a lot of music, if you start to disintegrate it, there's too many of them.
No, who be that? There's nothing we can do about it now. The name is there. We have to accept it.
Right.
Then accept, okay, if somebody comes out tomorrow and says they want to change it, it's a different thing. But the name is there. It's even gone global now. So
correct.
You can't change
it.
We have to accept it. But I, as a person, if you look at my playlist, I don't call it Afrobeats. I call it Afro Jams.
Interesting.
Afro Jams. That's what I do. And then when it's R&B hip hop, I label it R&B hip hop. Yeah. But I don't like it, but I have to go with the flow. You don't like something, but it's now, in brackets, a law. You have to accept it. There's nothing you can do. You have to accept it.
But I think it's in the positive direction for whatever it is, right? I think it's the umbrella, the way the world is accepting it. I think we should be championing it more.
I have no choice. I have no choice. If you look at my Instagram profile, if you look at my, I said, pushing Afrobeats to the limit. That's what I put there. I have no choice. I have to accept it because that's what everybody's calling it. So you have to. In as much as I have my own opinion about it, you understand, but I just have to accept it.
Because you're instrumental in bringing, at least from what I saw you play, the community that was there. This is an Afrobeat.
Yes. That was, to be honest with you, I prefer to DJ on my own.
What do you mean?
As in to DJ without DJs. I'll DJ. You know when you have DJs, three DJs playing. I don't like it. I would rather do it on my own because I know how to handle people. Honestly, I do, with my experience. I know how to handle people. I know how to change the tempo of things and how to change the mood. Because DJing is not just playing.
Yeah.
It's a lot of things. And you know that.
Yeah.
You have to study the crowd. Places like this, you have different so you need to satisfy everybody. Even I went as far as playing old school 80s. You have to do it because there's some people there, and the fact is you have a lot of older people in clubs, and what you find out is some of them are there because of old school, some of them are there because of Afrobeat, but how do you satisfy all of it? Even if it's just 5-6 tracks, you've made that night.
You did it, yeah. Because you went the whole.
I went all over, yeah. But I didn't go 90s. I went on my piano too. I went on my piano. Yeah.
I like to understand from your point of view how you're jumping from 120. You want to bring it back to 100 and.
No way, I will not do that. I will never do that. I will never do that. I don't care what any DJ says. I will never do that. I don't do it. All I do is this, if I go to a tempo, let me say, I won't say tempo, let me say beats per minute, BPM.
Yeah.
If I get to a BPM and I want to go to another genre, I now go to the BPM of that genre I want to hit and then go into it.
Okay, so you match up the genre you're bringing in.
Yeah.
Okay.
With the BPM.
Okay.
I will not drop it, never. No, I don't do that now. Look, bro, I've been to a lot of clubs in my lifetime and I've heard a lot of DJs play. And what they will tell you is they don't follow the rules. Fine. I've got a problem with that. If you like, go follow. As long as the club is kicking,
dancing, yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Right.
But you see, we were taught and how we how we know how to do what we're doing now is, you know what? Music is like that. You can come from this genre and do it. You should do it nicely, as long as it sounds nice. You understand? You can do anyway. I've heard a DJ play he was playing on 120 BPM and he dropped it to 60 BPM. Yeah. And it sounded nice.
Yeah. He halved it.
Whoa. And you know what? We learn every day. Any DJ that says he's the best is lying. We all learn every day.
No, yeah, we have to get in that mindset.
Yeah. And then the more you go out to listen to other DJs, the more experience you have.
As a DJ, you must have your own identity.
In those days, we normally go with records.
Yeah, records.
But now we've got our computer, and that's what technology is done for us.